So I am here with Briarra Barnes. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Briarra.
Well, like you said, I'm Briarra Barnes. I am Serviam Girls Academy, class of 2017. I just recently graduated from Ursuline Academy this past June in 2021, and I am currently enrolled at the University of Connecticut studying an English degree, and I'll be graduating in 2025.
Awesome. What made you decide to apply to the high school you applied to?
Well, I spent 2 years at Serviam. However, I did really end up liking being in a really small all-girls kind of community. So looking at Ursuline, it was pretty much exactly what was offered at Serviam, not including just academics, but also with being in a really small sisterhood-like community. So that was a really big factor in what had me ultimately choose to go to Ursuline.
Beautiful. Did you have to seek financial aid or scholarships to attend?
Yes, I did have to seek financial aid from to go to Ursuline through grants and scholarship money.
What was the process like to seek that funding? And do you have any advice for um, other students needing to find that funding?
Yes, definitely act fast. The quicker you get it done, it does. They say the quicker you get it done, the highest amount of money that you can be considered for. So definitely get it done as quickly as possible. I would really make it a priority. Try to do it while you're completing the applications for the different high schools to also loop in your financial aid as well.
That is an excellent point. Did you have any mentors?
Yeah, so I did the Choir School of Delaware program, and they connected me with a lot of mentors to keep me on my feet with my academics and also keeping me engaged with extracurriculars outside of school, but as well as encouraging me to be really active inside of school as well. So I participated in the ambassadors program. Even though I'm not the most athletic on for anything really, I really made it a priority to get into sports, whether it be through managing a sports team or I did join the dance team my freshman and junior year, so I kind of dallied in sports, but having a mentor really helped me to stay engaged and stay on top of my academics as well.
So it sounds really awesome that you had that pathway to your mentor through the choir school program. Would you have any advice for anyone else that isn't part of that program to find one?
Yeah, definitely reach out to faculty at your high school. My advisor at Ursuline was an awesome source. She was amazing. I was really close with her, and I still speak to her today, even after I graduated from high school. So definitely, if you're seeking a mentor, your faculty at high school will definitely guide you in whichever direction that you seek. Also, I would try to confide in a few of your classmates, your upperclassmen. That's also what they're there for. They were in the same shoes as you, so I would definitely use them as a resource as well.
That sounds like some great, great words of wisdom there. Um, do you have any advice on studying skills when you're in high school?
Yes. Also, the same thing with the financial aid. Please don't wait until the last minute. Definitely pace yourself, but don't tack on a little too less to where you'll be scrambling to study the night before. It happens, but your best bet would be to avoid it and just try your best to pace yourself and don't spread yourself too thin, but also don't pack on too much. So please don't wait till the last minute. Just get it done and over with.
Understood. How did you adapt or acclimate to a new and larger culture? Like, how did you enlarge your circle to include new classmates and friends?
Um, Definitely don't be afraid to speak up, to get engaged. Everybody in your freshman class, everyone's in the same boat. Everybody wants to make friends, whether they went to the middle school or if they all knew each other from the same other middle school. Everyone's in the same boat and everybody wants to make new friends, so I would definitely keep trying to branch out, no matter what. Get involved with clubs. I know at Ursuline they have a club fair. Definitely look at what interests you, but also look at something that might not interest you, that you could, that could be something new to you. That could be another way to tack on a new skill and find new friends, so it's like a two-in-one deal. So definitely my best advice would be to stay engaged and don't be afraid to speak up.
Great advice. What were some resources in high school that you found really useful, and how did you come across them? Did you hear about them before you needed them, or did you have a need for them? And how did you go about finding the resources to fulfill them?
Academics wise, this is a classic Quizlet. I don't know if you would count that.
What was that?
Quizlet?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Quizlet is?
Uh-uh.
It's like a studying, it's like an online studying flashcard, kind of like program. I'm pretty sure they know what it is, but you can have a collaborative class where multiple people can contribute Quizlet study sets. So that was an awesome resource. Everybody in my class at Ursuline was a part of that same Quizlet class. So if we had a test in theology, somebody would make a theology Quizlet. We would all study it. Somebody for history could make a history Quizlet, and we would all study together. So that was a really big resource for me, was not only collaborating with my classmates, but also using them as a resource as well. So Quizlet really saved my life in a lot of instances with studying and just being an overall good resource.
So for an old person like me, is it a website you go to?
Oh yeah, it's a website and an app.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, multi media.
Yeah, no, you can like have a profile on there and everything. You can make Quizlets, you can make different classes, so if they don't know what Quizlet is, they should really know Quizlet.
Did you like kind of lose a little bit of, did you ever feel like you kind of lost a little bit of your identity going into this whole new big space?
Definitely going from a very inclusive community at Serviam to going to a PWI, a predominantly white institution. That was very daunting. Not even socially, but religiously, I am a Christian. I'm not Catholic, but I am a Christian, and being, I don't want to say thrown into a very Catholic community was a little much. It was a little bit too much at first, but it's not very they won't press you into it. At least I didn't feel that way. And just going into it at first, it was a little daunting, a little different, culturally and religiously, but you kind of learn how to speak up for yourself and how to hold fast to your own ideals and your own ideas. So I feel like if anything, that has helped me to grow more into the person that I consider myself becoming, and what I wanted to get out of in high school, instead of just looking at it as oh, I'm different, let me just I learned to be okay with being different, and taking being on the outside as a good thing, and in most case scenarios it was. So definitely it was a big culture shock, but you'll be okay as long as you just hold fast. It's okay. Did I answer that okay?
Oh, that was amazing. That was fantastic. Do you have Was there anything that really helped you stay fast to your own identity and allow yourself to be okay with being the other?
Mhm.
Um,
Definitely. Although I'm not sure if it's different at other schools, but at Ursuline they didn't have a community inside of Ursuline itself specifically for people of color until I actually got there. Someone in the class above me began the club called Undefined, which was a place for people of color to come together and embrace what makes them different, whether it be their race, their religion, their sexuality, something for people of color that it was something specifically for them to understand their differences and realize that it's okay. You don't have to conform. Like you're not in high school to conform. You're there to learn and to become an adult in the adult world. So that was a great resource as well. Surround yourself with people who think like you was a really big thing, and I feel like being in that community also gave me the resource to be around people that think like me, that look like me, and that have similar um, goals as I did. You know, being a person of color to graduate from a predominantly white institution, that's a big accomplishment. So definitely that was a good resource. So try to find your community with people that look like you. So
was it difficult to find that community, or they kind of came and found you?
um I feel like you kind of, when you're like the only, I'm gonna choose this for me, like when you're the only black person in the room, and say you see one other black person in the room, I feel like that's like a natural gravitation that at least it was for me, and it was for the people at Ursuline who were people of color too. So I feel like that natural gravitation is worked in my favor. I found a lot of really good friends at Ursuline, and I still have really good contact with the people, not only people that weren't even in my grade. So that was another good resource. So that natural gravitation really works out in your favor.
Mm-hmm. What was the most challenging thing about going to high school from Serbia?
Um, being just be, I feel like for everyone, being in a new place is difficult, especially because I did have one friend from Serviam that I went into Ursuline with, and we kind of, clung to each other throughout the like transition process. So I feel like just the transition process in itself was a little challenging. Being in a considerably faster paced academic scenario was a little bit challenging. So just the transition itself, socially, academically, was a bit difficult. So
Sounds like you overcame it with gusto.
yeah.
What was the thing that gave you the most joy going to high school?
All the fun times that I had, and that I knew that I was gonna have going in. Like these are like your golden years. You basically can do whatever you can't do whatever you want, but I feel like it's quite a bit more freedom. You're becoming more mature. Also, just a bigger network of people to socialize with. Everybody, I feel like I knew quite a bit of people from different high schools, so being able to engage with people outside of Ursuline was awesome and was really fun. So I feel like that was the best. The best part was just all of the fun times. You will make really good friends, and you'll have a lot of fun times with them. Did that answer that?
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Okay. I just had to make sure I wasn't just like rambling.
No, you're wonderful. Did you seek out or were provided with career counseling or internships?
Yes. I did seek out a lot of, does college help count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did seek out how to prepare for college a lot because I'm a first generation, because I knew absolutely nothing about, you know, anything regarding college. So I did attend anything college related, whether it be a seminar, not a webinar through an outside organization, an alumni presentation that they had. I would 100% take advantage of those, for preparation, especially for kids who are first generation like me. So if there's, I know one example was, there was a financial aid webinar that I attended, and that's where I got the notion of completing it firsthand, like very early in the process, to get that maximum consideration for aid. So that was a really big resource, and a really big thing for me was take advantage of your counselor, alumni presentations, stuff like that.